Welcome. This is Bitcoin Day Trading, the best Elliott wave analysis, episode number 43. People have requested from me that I take a look at an altcoin. So that's what I'm going to do today next to Bitcoin. But since I'm talking about an altcoin, I'll have to talk about altcoins in general first. So that's what I'm going to do to start. And then we'll take a look at my disclaimer regarding trading. But first, let's talk about altcoins. So you must know that I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. And that implies that I only believe in Bitcoin. And I'm looking forward for Bitcoin becoming base money, replacing the dollar and taking its status as a reserve currency, just as gold was in the past. I trade altcoins to increase my BTC and to look at different charts and to look at a different chart. So I do it just to increase my BTC and to look at a different chart. And of course, I rather make money on altcoins than lose money on altcoins because my objective is to increase my BTC amount. As soon as I have made profits, I convert them into BTC. And I might reinvest the capital in altcoins, but as soon as I have made profits, I invest it in BTC. That strategy, I make money with it, but I'm not sure that I can outperform just trading Bitcoin. So it is more to look at a different chart and just get some new ideas than just be always focused on BTC. But BTC in itself is more than enough. It is the thing that I'm really focused on, and the thing that I'm really analyzing. I only take a brief look at altcoins. And regarding my different trading techniques, I do day trading, I do swing trading, and I do sometimes a scalp trade. And on altcoins, I only do swing trading. I don't do day trading. So I don't have to look too much at the chart. I only take an overall approach, an overall look at it. And also, altcoins, I consider that altcoins most of the time will follow Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, the altcoin goes up, and if Bitcoin goes down, the altcoin goes down. That's most of the time the case. I mean, if there's a bull market in Bitcoin, there will be a bull market in altcoins. And if there's a bear market in Bitcoin, there will be a bear market in altcoins. So I'm much more interested in, by knowing what Bitcoin does, I will know, I will have the direction of the altcoins. And now I think that you are doing a mistake if you believe in altcoins, if you hold them. So I never hold them. I never have a stack of altcoins. The only stack I have right now is the stack that my followers of the private Elliott channel sent me to pay the subscription fee. That's the only stack of altcoins. When they are requested an altcoin address, I gave it to them, and that's the only stack that I have. And as soon as I can get rid of it, I will convert it into Bitcoin. So, but if you believe in them, if you think it's a good idea, it's a good project, then I think you are mistaken, and that mistake will cost you a lot of money. So some of them pump and then they dump. And sometimes they pump a little more than BTC, and they dump also much more than BTC. But since anyways, I take leverage positions on BTC, when BTC pumps, that's more than enough. I make often more than 100% on my BTC swing trades, and I'm more than happy with it. And on my day trades, I can make 200%. So I don't need an altcoin to have more return on my investment. In the next bear market, a lot of them will lose 99% of their value and will never recover. So I'm talking about altcoins. And that's the difference between Bitcoin and altcoins. Bitcoins will be there around in the future, but altcoins, they just get obsolete. And they are at coin market up 3 now, and then they get down to coin market cap 50, and then they keep decreasing to number 500, and nobody cares about them. They never get out of the slump they're in because they're totally useless. So I'm less, I'll trade them for just as an exercise and just to look at a different charts. I trade them, but it's not so much for the money because I don't think that I make really more money with altcoins than I do with Bitcoin. So it's not for the money, it's just to change my ideas and look at the different charts. And I will be more interested in icons than I am now during the next bear market, because I expect most of them to lose 99% of the value. So it's a great opportunity to short them. So as soon as Bitcoin enters its bear market, I will be shorting them the hell out of altcoins, because I'm expecting most of them to lose 99% of the value. And I don't think that they will recover. I just don't think that they will recover. Most of them don't, or even if they recover, it will be on a slower pace than Bitcoin. So you're much better off holding Bitcoin. And now, since we are in a wave 5, it is not sure that they will keep up with BTC. But that I mean, if you are in a wave 3, everything pumps hard, because it's a wave 3 and it's the most bullish time of the market. But when you are in a wave 5, what we are right now, we are in the end of the bull market, a wave 5, then some icons just don't follow. So it's even harder to pick the right ones. I have a couple of icons that I picked. Some still perform well, but I also have a couple of them, they are dead fish. They just don't move. And the charts look really bad, really bad. And I don't know if they will ever make it. Altcoins are lies. They represent a broken system, and I don't think that you can fix them. And now I'm trying to explain to you why they are lies and why they represent a broken system. It's hard to do that without wasting too much time, but I'll try to give you some ideas. Clients ask me for my altcoin address to pay the subscription fee to my private channel. And they are willing, in order to send me 20 USD, to pay 60 USD in transaction fees. I mean, I find it ridiculous, but they are willing to do it. To pay my subscription fee for one month, they are willing to pay 60 USD in transaction fee. And they gave me a screenshot, and I've seen some people paying 60 USD to send me 20 USD. I find it totally absurd, but that's what they do by using the Ethereum blockchain. They overpay certainly, but still, it is just for me, it is concerning if you spend money in that way. Anyways, especially when you can have the same, when you can set me the 20 USD using Bitcoin and pay less than 1 USD. So I don't know why you want to pay 60 USD in transaction fee when you could pay 1 USD. Now let's talk about a second example. I took a very profitable position on an altcoin. I'm not going to tell you what altcoin, because I don't want to advertise on it, and I don't want you to get into that altcoin. It was extremely profitable because I did it at the right moment, and I guessed right regarding time. That was a hard guess, but it just worked, and it was a very profitable position, But now, what can I tell about my experience? The experience that I had is to get in and out. I was minting some coins on the ETH network. I did pay around 1K. So I did pay 1,000 USD around. I don't remember exactly because I took the position. I entered twice to go long the position, and then I had to exit the position. And the exit of the position cost me around 500 USD for minting the coins, and entering was also expensive. then I still had to pay the conversion fee back to Bitcoin, which also was expensive. So at least I paid 1K, if not 1.2K. It still was extremely profitable, but I did get lucky also since my analysis was right. And that was really hard because it was a new altcoin and I didn't have any chart and I didn't have much chart to know what it would be doing in the future. I only guessed thanks to Bitcoin. I knew that Bitcoin is entering a bull market, and I thought that new icon would follow, and it did. But I had to pay to enter the position and exit it at least 1,000 USD. And that for a smart contract that takes 30 seconds. The smart contract only takes 30 seconds to work on the ETH network. And I have to pay 1,000 K more in total, 1,000 K to enter and exit. That's a huge amount of money for a very short period of time and very little calculation that the ETH network has to do to that for that smart contract. So I just don't think, and I was lucky. Now imagine that instead of the price going up, it would have gone down. Not just will I have lost the amount due to the price decrease, but I also would have lost on top of it 1K to enter and exit the position. So it would have been a huge loss if I didn't predict the price movement correctly in the future and without having any charts to help me, only by guessing that it would follow Bitcoin's bull market. So it was profitable, of course it was, but it is a broken system if you have to pay more than 1,000 USD just to enter and exit a position. That's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And look, and on top of that, I have to risk that the icon is not secure and that it goes down to 0. That's a risk that I must take with it. And then there are also the legal aspects that are important. It might get banned. I might get problems. I mean, there are a lot of problems. It might get delisted. There are a lot of problems involved in holding such a position. So even if during the next bear market, I consider that icon after it dumping then again 99% of its value, then maybe I could tell myself, well, now it's the right moment to do it again since it was that profitable. Why not do it over again at the bottom of the next bear market? But even then, I would hesitate a lot because of the legal questions and because I don't want to pay 1K, and it's 1K now. If people keep using the ETH network, there will be more demand, more people using it, and the transaction fees will keep going higher. Can you fix it? I don't think you can fix it. I don't think that it will be fixed. It will cost more in the future because it's extremely hard to make a blockchain work, especially if there is demand. Then price just does go up to absurdity. So if the ETH network is that over congested right now, that you have to pay 1K for entering and exiting a position, I don't think it will work in the future. Now let me show you transaction street just to give you an idea. I try to make it a screen share and show you transaction street. Here you have transaction street and you have the ETH network on the left and Bitcoin on the right. So Bitcoin right now is at 2 sats per byte. It means the medium tax fee is 21 cents. So people are paying for a transaction less than $1 to enter, and it's 2 sats per byte. And the next block could be 1 sat per byte. So it's extremely low. It's extremely cheap. It's a working system. I mean, right now it's just perfect. It's just what you could dream of. Now let's take a look at ETH. The ETH block work is now at 176 around that GUI. Okay, and that costs you, I guess, around $20 here, 21 USD. So for simple transaction right now, and I have to do some, but I'm waiting to a price to drop because I don't want to pay 21 USD to make a transaction on the ETH blockchain. I have to pay 21 bucks for a simple transaction when I could be paying less than 1 USD. I mean, I don't know why people insist of using the ETH network. Okay. Now I get back to the topic of the altcoins. So we were talking about the fee on the ETH network. Next, icons are just a casino where people make money by betting on the right number, the right altcoin. So, and that's something you do if you don't know anything about trading. If you don't know anything about trading, you want to pick the winner. You think it's a horse race and you have to pick the right horse. And that's not the case. You have to know when to enter and when to exit. And that only real trading system will tell you. So just picking the right icon is useless because you have to know when to pick the right icon, even if it's an altcoin. And if you compare altcoins to Bitcoin, it is much better to go for Bitcoin than to go for altcoin. And I will explain you also. I will try to explain it to you in the end. I'm not interested in that. I make enough money on BTC. So I'm not interested in gambling. If I want to gamble, I go to Las Vegas or I go into a casino somewhere else. But I'm not really not interested in gambling. I'm a trader. I make money by hard work, by analyzing charts and taking high probabilistic positions. I don't make money by gambling. I don't want to pick the right horse. Okay, I'm not in the gambling business. I'm in the trading business. It's a completely different thing. You don't have a gambler that makes money on the long run. They all lose money. But there are traders that are constantly profitable by what they are doing. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm really not interested in the gambling aspect of altcoins. So if you want to trade them, go ahead. And that only you should do if you're really bored of trading only one coin. And that's my case. So sometimes I'll pick an altcoin just to trade something else. But I don't think it's that profitable. Most of the time it's not, because I make enough money on BTC. But if you go ahead and trade them, do not believe in them. They are just lies. And on the long run, you will underperform BTC or even lose your money if you hold them. So on the long run, I think you will be a loser. On the short run, in a bull market, some pump a little more than BTC. So you could make a little more money. But on the long run, you will lose. And even if they outperform BTC, they're not so much that outperform BTC, but even if you find one that outperforms BTC, it is not sure that it will do it again in the next bull market. So I think that on the long run, you will lose your money. And you have an insecure blockchain, which means it can go to zero at any moment. And even if it doesn't go to zero because of technological aspect, it could go to zero because of legal aspects. So you take a huge amount of risk. You pay a huge amount of fees in transaction fees. If it's just 30 bucks for 1%, 20 or 40 bucks right now for one transaction, or 1K to enter and exit a position on a smart contract, it's a huge amount of money, and you take a huge amount of risk. And if you do that long enough, you will lose a lot. You must know also that I only take less than 1%. It's probably less than it's probably a tenth of that, but it's much less than 1% is of my trading is of my capital is in altcoins, less than 1%. And as soon as I can get out, as soon as I made the trade, I'll convert it into BTC. So it's completely different. It's a completely different approach. I don't believe in them at all. I think that fundamentally there's nothing there you can show for. You can promise me, of course, that in the future the ETH network will work better, that all the issues will be fixed. But that they are promising that since it was created, and it still didn't happen. And I think that in the future it will be worse than what it is right now. So I would be extremely skeptical of altcoins unless you just do it as I do it, to change your ideas and to sometimes trade something else. It's just that looking at one chart all the time, sometimes you want to take a look at something else. That's why I do it. That's the main reason why I do it. So I don't like the people who believe in them, and for them it's like a religion, and they are wrong. BTC can be that religion because BTC something very special happened through its conception. Even the people who worked on it didn't know that it would be that important what it did. And it is extremely unlikely that anything else will ever come close to BTC. Even if you can do it again, it won't be in the same manner. It won't be, BTC, nobody knew that it would have that success. Okay, and I don't think that you can create that success again. So taking something else instead of BTC, in my opinion, is a bad choice. And to resume that idea, you have the choice of having something in a pool of 21 millions. And it is 21 millions against infinity. And infinity is all the money that was created since humankind used money, and all the money that will be created. So if you're in the altcoin, if you choose an altcoin, you're in the infinity pool. And what can be worth the part that you have of that infinity pool? It will always be nothing, because they keep increasing the infinity pool to expansion on an exponential scale. Look at the money printing that is happening right now with COVID, and how the money, the base money, the amount of dollars in circulation is skyrocketing during the last 1 or 2 years. You are part of that. You are part of that infinity creation of money, and you think, and you could be part of something extremely rare. The 21 million Bitcoins and that will ever exist. You could have a part of that, and I think that you should work on this, having the largest amount of BTC that you can, and I think that will serve you much better than any altcoin, even if during a short period of time it could pump, and it could pump a little harder than Bitcoin. So finally, if you don't want to screw up, ruin yourself, choose BTC. Don't waste your time with altcoins. That's my final advice. Now, that being said, as you know, I trade them, but only to increase my BTC stack. And I promised you to take a look at an altcoin. It's ETH that I will take a look at you, and I give you my honest opinion on this. I don't hate altcoins. I just think it's a bad idea choosing altcoins over Bitcoin. I think it's an extremely bad idea. And I think that you will get punished if you do it on the long run. Okay, thank you for listening to me. And now we get to the main part of my intervention. So first, regarding trading, please read the disclaimer and read also the risk warning. If you're interested in my service, I would highly recommend to you to become a member of the live Elliott Wave update private channel, Telegram private channel. it will cost you 20 USD a month, and you will get 1 to 3 updates on BTC a day. Most of the time it was more than that, but it's at least 1 to 3 updates. And they are extremely analytical, so you will learn a lot. And if you are a trader, then it's an indicator that you can use to make your trades. If you want to join, you just have to join my free Telegram group, which I anyways advise even if you don't want to be a member of my private channel, but just to have a second way of communicating with me. And tell me that you're interested. I will then give you the instruction on how to become a member. And now we start with Bitcoin, and we will end with ETH. So Bitcoin right now, this is my bullish count, and it's an alternate count, which means that it has less probability of being right, but I still have it. It's my bullish count, and I mainly came up with it because of the flash crash that we had here, and that I labeled wave C. And now we're going to zoom in to look at what is happening on the smaller time frame. So here, I've labeled this wave C, and I tried to put a wave 1 and a wave 2 here to have a bullish count. And then I was subdividing the third wave. And right now, we broke the top of wave 1. That does not mean that my count is wrong, but if we keep dropping and we go below the number 2, then below the bottom of wave 2, then I will know that I can't maintain that bullish alternate count. Anyways, it is a less probable count. So I want to talk about my main count, because I think that this one is much more probable, and that you should look at this one to be not confused and hope that it is bullish when it's not. So here I've taken a change where the flash crash is not on, and I've labeled in the correction WX, and right now we are accomplishing a wave Y down. I was looking at the entire morning for this level to break the top of wave A, because it would at 62,500, because it would be a confirmation that the X wave has stopped. And while I'm speaking, this is happening, and it also looks impulsive. So the count right now looks very probable. It will look even more probable once we go below 59,500, because then it is even more probable that we are accomplishing wave Y down. And wave Y should look around, should take the same amount of time as wave we took. So it should take the same amount of time and be as severe. By that I mean decrease the same amount than wave W did. So I'm expecting, right now, I'm still expecting this to happen. That's my outlook for now. And with the dump that we have right now, the flash crash, or the rapid price decrease, I think that it is probable. So I expect this level to break, and I expect us to go lower to stop to end wave Y, and then I'm looking for higher prices. But as long as that level holds, there's still some hope that maybe we are already bullish, and maybe we already have bottomed here on wave C during the flash crash. I think that it's not that probable, especially because the flash crash only happened on some exchange and not on others. So for me, it's an alternate count and has less probability. my main count remains the bearish count, and I'm expecting lower prices right now on BTC. Now, the final thing we do is look at ETH. So I took a look at the last move on ETH and labeled it for you this morning. I guess that this is wave 5 because we did have a wave 5 on Bitcoin, but I didn't go below the exact labeling. So the only thing that I tried to label correctly is this part of ETH move. On this part, you can label it as an A, B, C, and the correction, or you could, as I did, label it W, X, Y. It's the same thing. Then we started the impulse wave with having a 1 and a 2 here. I placed the wave 3 and 4 here. And right now we're in the process of accomplishing wave 5 up. Here, the fifth wave was subdividing. And for wave 5, if I zoom out, the target could be somewhere. No, actually, it could even be higher than that. But it would be somewhere there, up there. And I expect it to be only wave 1. So I expect BTC to go much higher. On the last move from wave 4, I think that there will be a sub division. By that I mean wave 1, 2, and then you get a 3, 4, 5, and I expect wave 3 to subdivide in those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move up. So ETH looks completely bullish and should give us much higher prices until the end of the bull markets. But as you can see, even though ETH is already on new all-time highs, because ETH managed to go up above its wave 5 here and goes higher, that hasn't happened on BTC right now. And it did it how much times? I guess this one was not on top, but this one was, and here, so it went twice to new all-time highs. BTC has not done that. But even though you can see, if I zoom in, that the price is decreasing right now, and that could be the case because, of course, we hit wave 1, but it's also, in my opinion, because BTC is having its price decline. So when BTC has a move, a more severe move, you see the same thing on ETH. Because they're still in the same bucket of cryptos. So when one has a bullish move, the other one follows most of the time. Okay, that's it for today. I think I was long enough. I hope you don't mind me philosophizing and giving you my opinion about altcoins. But I think it's just sad if you miss the opportunity of having a part of the 21 million and you blow it away on altcoins. Just as I would not advise you to go into a casino, I cannot advise you as being a trader and doing high probabilistic stuff. I cannot advise you to spend time with altcoins. Okay, and to believe in them. What I like the last, and what disturbs me the most is that people believe in them, that they believe in the lies those icons put out all day long, and that they are willing to pay that kind of fees, transaction fees or smart contracts fees, and taking the huge risk of the legal concerns, because they can get banned, and they will get, and one day they might get banned during the next bear market. Who knows? Our politicals will maybe change his opinion, and they can ban them by a flip of a hand. it's no problem to ban an altcoin. They're not decentralized. But BTC, they can ban it. So I think it's just sad that you take all those risks, that you pay those huge amount of money, like my clients who are willing to spend 60 USD to send me 20 USD. Why not make a Bitcoin transaction, and instead of having 1 month subscription to my channel, you would get 4 month subscription to my channel. Since 60 plus 20 makes 80, that gives you 4 months. You could have 4 months, and you blow it on using your altcoin and are willing to pay 60 USD for transaction fee. To me, it makes no sense. But I mean, you are the client, so you are king. Whatever pleases you, I try to accommodate you. But I would not do it. So I think it's sad if you blow your money and you miss the opportunity of being part of the 21 millions against infinity. It's infinity. If you're not in the 21 million pool, you are in the pool of infinity. And what could be worth what you have in the pool of infinity? To me, it will, on the long run, it won't hold up. It won't be able to come close to BTC. So I think it's a bad investment. I especially think it's a bad investment. And I don't mind people trading it, because they only take a small position. They are in it for a couple of hours, a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks at maximum, and then they're out. I don't mind people doing that. And then they should convert into BTC, just as I do. But if you believe in it, and if you invest in altcoins, I think that's the wrong idea. And on the long run, that mistake will cost you a lot of money. Trust me, it will cost you a lot of money, and you will regret it. I know a lot of people who regret it, that they went for the altcoin lies, and they did DeFi and other stuff. So be careful. You have an opportunity that is just that you see once in a lifetime with BTC, because it is still the beginning. There's still much more people to come. There's still much more adoption to come, and price will rise. And you can have something that nobody can take from you. It is unseizable. They cannot take it away from you. Unconfiscatable, and you can have something real, something that nobody will take from you, something that can't be banned, that can't be outlawed, and you take the risk of being in the infinity pool, where whatever you have could go to zero any day. So I think that's a lot of risk. You're paying a lot of money, and I would not do it. And I especially I'm concerned with people who believe in altcoins. That's what disturbs me the most, that they believe in altcoins, that they think that they are good, that the project is doing something real. And it's never the case. It's never the case. It's never the case. It's always a broken system. And I try to explain it to you during this brief intervention. So thanks for watching. I see you tomorrow for one more update, and please hit the like icon and join my free Telegram group, and why not leave me a message. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.